I'm George Boston Rhynes, KVCI.blogspot.com, out to Coastal Plains Area EEOC Incorporated building. I'm here today because I want you to know that here in Valdosta, Georgia, there's a great need for the truth to be told so the lies can be exposed. I want to ask you a question this morning. If the Quitman 10 over in Brooks County had received recognition from state representatives and state senators, would you know anything about it? Would your local television stations and newspaper publish the story to the citizens of Valdosta, Georgia, a metro city? If the late Senator Robert Brown had come to Valdosta, or had come to Brooks County, or Morgan, Georgia, would you have known anything about it, as the case were with Senator Brown coming to Quitman in support of the Quitman 10 on several occasions, but it was totally ignored by the South Georgia media? Tyrone Brooks, representatives in the state of Georgia, the veteran David Lucas, been in the General Assembly longer than any person in the state of Georgia. If Joseph Lowry, under the People's Agenda, had sent representatives to Brooks County in support of the Quitman 10, would you know anything about it in Valdosta, Georgia, home of Valdosta State University, along with the many educated professional people, home of Moody Air Force Base, Wild Adventures Theme Park, Kinderloo Golf Course, Francis Lake, Georgia Military College, and many other fine institutions of learnings? Would you know what was going on in your community? It is somewhat sad that we're in a metro city and we cannot get the news. We cannot get the news. If the Quitman 10 aroused the consciousness of state senators, the Reverend Jesse L. Jackson, the founder of Operation Push and other organizations, the state president Edward DuBose of the NAACP, Mr. Mostella of SCLC, the organization that Dr. Martin Luther King gave his life to bring change to America. Why is it that the news and the people of South Georgia not being informed? If a jail death had taken place in the Valdosta and Lowndes County Jail in the month of May of 2010, would you know anything about it? If an inmate or if a sheriff's deputy conscience was bothering him and he or she wanted to bring it to the news media, what news media outlet would go out and investigate an alleged taser death that took place in the Lowndes County Jail on May the 10th with verifiable names that should be researched? Who or what agency in the news media would take it upon themselves to investigate? Who out of our elected officials would find it within their hearts, minds, and souls to have 30 deaths in the Valdosta and Lowndes County Jail investigated? We are leading the state in jail deaths. But who among us would have that investigated? Who in the state of Georgia would call on the governor or the Justice Department to take a look? If we are not careful here in the homeland of the United States of America, we are going to destroy this beloved nation of ours because we are all living in fear. We will not stand up for the truth and the principles of the founding fathers of this great republic. And so I do what I do because I truly, truly love you. What if I had not gone to Douglas and Coffee County last week to report on the firemen during an interview, had a noose put around his neck. Police officer, black police officer, had baby dolls, black baby dolls with nooses around their neck. What would you know about it? We are living in a time now when the followers of Jesus Christ, Mohammed, and the son of Amram and G.B.R. Moses, seem to be afraid to stand up. We talk about Jesus in the church. We talk about Moses in the synagogue. We talk about Mohammed and Allah in the masjid. But what do we say on the streets of Valdosta when it comes down to following these great worthies? I say to you, as a retired military veteran of the Vietnam War, we will either learn how to stand up for what is right, or as Martin Luther King Jr. said, we all can expect to perish and die as fools. So I want to leave you today by saying to you, it is sad that a metro city such as Valdosta, Georgia, only have one newspaper. It is sad that we only have news media outlets that cannot even satisfy or make the people at Moody Air Force Base feel like they're a metro city, because news is being suppressed apparently. Professors at VSU are discussing, why can't the people be notified in our community of what goes on in our community? I've been saying, and I will say again, that it seems like there's a pattern and practice keeping the people in South Georgia deaf, dumb, and blind to the times, and unable to make intelligent decisions based on facts for the purpose of mind control, mind control, mind control. But Jesus said, and ye shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set and make you free. And so how could it be that a little place like Americus, Georgia, with 19,000 people approximately, can have 6 newspapers, 3 published locally, and 3 others, yet Valdosta only has 1, and it's a metro city? There's somebody that don't want you informed. And it should be a disgraceful act. A disgraceful act. A city as big as Valdosta. And I also understand that the peoples in the Lowndes County Jail can't even get a local newspaper to read. I don't know whether that's true or not. I really don't. But I'm saying to you that education can save this nation, but ignorance will definitely destroy this nation. I do what I do because I love the country that I put my life on the line for over 20 years. And I have no intentions of backing up off the scene where you will not know what's going on in your community. It is time now for Valdosta and Lowndes County to come around the table and support the least among us. Too often, the low-income community does not have a news media outlet that would meet their needs. And so I turn to YouTube, I turn to blogging, as John Quarterman and others who love you enough to give you the best because you deserve no less. This is kvci.blogspot.com or YouTube, Boston G.B.R. doing what we do because we truly, truly love you. Until next time, this is Brother Rhymes saying, spread the word. Tell the people that we should have a choice here in Valdosta, Georgia, home of Moody Air Force Base, Valdosta State University. Peace be unto you. Bye-bye.